Well, we're glad that you're keeping it, the Power Breakfast Show, live on Citizen TV. My name is Wahiga Moora, and right now we switch from the newspaper review, which was happening before the break. And we have here in studio the Deaflympics Kenya team. Kenya is actually taking 3 teams to the Deaflympics Championships. They'll be in Turkey from the 18th to the 30th. And the team now joins me here in studio. Of course, you can talk to us if you have any questions for them. SMS us on 22422 or on our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, at Citizen TV Kenya. Let me bring in the coach now, Samuel Kibet, who will introduce the team for us. And then from there, we'll be able to get to know a bit more about them. Coach Samuel, you can begin by just taking us briefly through who is who in the team and what positions they'll be playing when they head out to Turkey later this month, I believe?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wahiga. My name is Samuel Kibet. I'm the athletics coach to the Deaflympics Kenya team. Here with us this morning, we have our team for athletics and basketball. He is our interpreter, Evans. She is Perilu Amira, is a world gold medalist in 200 meters in the last Deaflympics.
Okay.
Yeah. He is our golfer, Isaac Mahoa. I think it's the first time going to represent the country in golf. She is Penina Njiri. She's also a basketball player. She's also going to represent us. Here is Daniel Ochola, the team captain basketball. And here is Luka Wanjiru, who is also the world gold medalist in World Championship 3000 meters steeplechase. So he's also the team captain in athletics. Okay. Thank you.
Let me begin by talking to the golfer here, Isaac Makoha, and I'm curious to know from him how he got interested in the sport of golf.
I joined in 2006. From 2006, I've been playing golf, but before that I was very passionate, and so I'm having a team coach that is training me in Karura Forest, and sometimes I also go to Kabete. So my father was also involved in playing golf. So as a child I used to see him, he was playing with other white people, some Wazungu, and then so I started getting passionate. And after that, I joined the team to start playing.
Okay. Yeah. Another question for him is, golf, as much as it has gained ground in Kenya, it's still one of those rare games. When he tells people that he plays golf, how do they respond? What sort of reactions does he normally get? Do you normally get?
Yeah, so I feel most people really encourage me. They get mesmerized, but they really encourage me to keep doing it.
Okay. On my left is Penina Njeri. She plays basketball. Penina, my question to you is, how have preparations been? You're going out to Turkey. I think this might be the first time the women are taking a basketball team to Turkey, if I'm right. So how have your preparations been?
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me here. First of all, I am the team captain for the basketball. From around 2008, I've been training, but now it's the first time that the women are going there. Last time we tried, because also the women sometimes it's not easy, but then it's the first time we're taking the deaf women team to Turkey, and we're very inspired. Yeah, we're also going to represent Africa as the first African women basketball team.
Wow, well, that's good to know. Now, behind Penina is Lucas Wanjiru, who is an athlete. And Lucas, my question to you is, Kenya is known as an athletics nation. Whether we are at the Olympics, World Championships, wherever we go to, we dominate. Do you feel pressure now as you lead the team to Turkey? Do you feel that you have to come home with medals, or because as a Kenyan, because of our sporting heritage, because of our athletics heritage, what sort of pressure are you feeling and how are you handling it?
Okay, thank you very much for inviting us for this interview. We are very pleased to be here, and also as an athlete, I feel I've won 2 medals. I won silver and I also won a gold Yeah, so I do a lot of trainings. Yeah, but I really want to thank my coach who has been there for me, and he has really taught me a lot to be able to achieve skills in 3,000 triple chess. So I am very, very proud to be part of this team that is going to represent Kenya in triple chess. But then I'm not scared. I feel very confident, and I know as a Kenyan there's a lot of pressure out there, but then I have to do this because I believe that we as Kenyan people, when we go there, we always brought medals. So it's not, I don't think that I can go there and disappoint the country, because the white people, the Wazungu there who are in different countries, they are not stronger than us. So I feel I am more than a winner.
You feel that you're more than a winner, Lucas. Can you give us a prediction? How many medals do you hope to bring home from that championship when it comes to athletics?
So for me, I think for the 3,000, I can assure that we will bring a medal. I think, so me, I'm thinking, because we are taking 30 athletes, so I want to believe, because in 2013 we brought 17 medals all together as a team, and then for this year, I believe that it's possible for the team to bring back home a lot of medals, of course more than the 17 that we got in 2013. Because we've done a lot of improvement, more people have joined the team. So we are also hoping, we really want to make Kenya proud. So that's why as we hear, our objective is each and everyone to come back with a medal so that we can make this country proud.
Well, thank you so much, Lucas. For the benefit of our audience, let me introduce, we have two interpreters here in studio. The one who you've been hearing is Winnie Adoyo, who actually is also an interpreter for our news. You've seen her during our primetime news, also doing interpretation as well. I'll be talking to her a little bit about how she got involved in that. We also have Damian Evans, another interpreter, and we'll also be, just be able to hear, from him, as I believe he'll be accompanying the team for that championship, and so he'll be able to share with us that experience, how he learned how to do that, and any challenges that that they may expect and how he expects to overcome them. But Lucas will not be going in athletics alone to Turkey. We also have Beryl Wamira who will be going to represent the country on the athletics front. And for Beryl, I'm curious to hear from you what sort of challenges you face as you get involved in this sport, and how you've overcome those challenges.
So I'm also the captain of the women athletics, the deaf women athletics, and this is something I would say I got it from my father. My father is also deaf. Also in my family we have some other 3 deaf. I have a deaf sister, I have a brother, sister. So, but all of us were athletes. My brother, myself, my sister, and me. So I do 100 meters, 200 meters, and also in 2013. I got, in 100 meters I got silver, in 200 meters I got a gold, and from that time I've been so inspired. First of all, I was surprised because I was not expecting this, because when I was going to meet all the white people I was a bit scared and terrified, but then after my victory in 100 and 200 meters I felt so encouraged, and so in 100 meters, the next championship we had, I was number 4. But then last year, in 100 and 200 meters, I didn't really get anything because we were late to arrive at the venue. But then I was lucky. Finally, on the final day, I got a bronze.
Okay. Thank you, very inspiring. Sorry, go ahead.
Also, my brother, in 2012, in 200 meters he got a silver, and 100 meters he didn't get anything though he participated. He also won a bronze in 2013. So but last year, because we were a bit late, so we didn't really perform well. But right now, as we're heading to Turkey, I really hope that we're going to bring more medals, and I believe we're going to bring more gold. And also my deaf sister has joined the team for the first time.
Wow.
So she's going to fly with us. So from my own family, we are 3 people who are all going to Turkey, and we hope to bring medals, each and every one of us.
Wow, truly an inspiring what she shared, and I hope that they'll be able to bring medals. I can only imagine the celebration in their home should they all manage to do that. Now behind Beryl, we have Daniel Ochola, who's a basketballer. He'll also be taking be part of the team that's traveling to Turkey. And for Daniel, I want to know from you, what are your expectations as you head out to Turkey? What are your expectations in terms of the competition, and how do you hope you'll overcome the challenge out there in Turkey?
All right, thank you very much for inviting us for this interview today. Myself, we have a national basketball team, and I'm the captain. So it's not the first time that we're doing this. In 2013, we also participated in Bulgaria in 2013. So we really tried, we did our best, and different countries were there, but then we really tried, because it was our first time. We did perform so well, but then we believe now, as we're going to Deaflympics in Turkey, we're going to do much better than how we performed in Turkey. Also in qualifiers, we went to Uganda, I think last year around August, there. So for the African Championship, when we went to Uganda, different countries were there, and that time the Kenyan team went, and we beat all the teams, and that's why we've been selected to go and represent the continent.
I'm also aware that in 2013 Kenya also participated in the Deaflympics in Bulgaria, and also did very well as well. I'll allow the coach to share about that. But before that, I told you we have another interpreter here. Damien Evans is his name, and maybe you can explain to us how his duty will be, how he will perform his duties rather in Turkey as an interpreter. Damien, maybe we can just hear from you.
Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity that you have given me and the team for this interview. Foremost, I'm a basketball interpreter, sign language interpreter for the team that is headed to Samsun, Turkey for the Deaflympics. Okay, personally, my task as an interpreter will be to move with the coach, as he will be instructing the team what to do, what not to do, the rules, and everything, as we have been doing from the time the team started up to now. So whenever our coach, who is absent, by the name Charles Goro, will be teaching and instructing the team on different things, my task and role as an interpreter will be to facilitate communication with him, and not only him, and other officials within the team who may need any communication whatsoever. I'll be there to facilitate the said communication.
Okay, good. In fact, I'm hoping that we'll give Winnie a break so that we can also allow you to interpret, for the team as well. But coach, how do you get players to join the team? What's the recruitment process like?
We usually have a national trial. That is where we do our championships, and we select those who qualify, who meet the qualifying standards. And the same case with the basketballers. They also do their own selections, and after they selected their team also, they go outside the country to qualify for the Deaflympics. So normally, like in athletics, it was in May when we had our national Deaf championship, where we did our selection. Yes.
Okay. What are you doing to instill confidence in the team? They are going out to play against teams that have had more time to practice, more investment in facilities. For some of them, it's their first time maybe to even travel overseas. What exercises are you conducting with the team to ensure that their confidence is at an all-time high? Because we know in most sports, confidence has a big part to play in the team that actually wins.
Thank you very much. Since we selected a team, the government sponsored a team in camp. We've been in Kasarani for the last 3 weeks, and what we do, we just do normal training for athletics specific to the events that they are going to do. And what I like with the deaf athletes, they're very eager to learn. And yes, Kenya is a country of sports, they have that confidence.
Okay.
Yeah, they have that confidence.
They have that confidence.
Yeah.
Which countries do you think will pose a big challenge to Team Kenya in Turkey? Who are some of the teams that you are preparing Team Kenya to face, because you know that they pose stiff competition?
Yeah, normally we get Russia and US. They have been giving us challenge, but in special events like sprints, as you can see, we have Peril, who's a gold medalist, and middle and long distance, we are the champions.
Okay.
In fact, we are holding the Deaflympics records in 5,000 and 10,000 meters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So what I'll do now, I'll give Winnie. I want to talk to Winnie for a bit, so I'll allow Damian to take over the interpretation duties. Winnie, thanks so much for joining us on the program. Many times people see you on a different setting, but today now they'll get to see you, on a different platform as well. What made you get interested in sign language interpretation?
Yeah, I think I didn't expect this. So
You already used to be on TV with me, so
I'm normally so hidden, so it's a bit not so exposing. But then the sister to my mom is deaf. She stays in Nyangoma.
okay.
And at a very tender age, I went to stay with her. So staying with a deaf auntie, I grew up with her. I started getting a lot of interest in the deaf, in sign language, and she taught me my very first sign at I think about 6 years old.
Okay.
From that time, I've grown to love the deaf people, to love the people with special needs. And later on, when I completed campus, I just went back to school to polish what I already learned from family.
Okay.
Because it starts from, I'm first a family interpreter, then I come to get lots of friends, like this entire team. I have so many friends that are involved here. That inspires me every day to want to do this more and more.
Okay. Now that you've learned sign language, maybe you can explain to us what are some of the challenges that people with hearing abilities face. Let's talk about Kenya, because I'm sure having done what you do now, you've learned a lot more than others might.
Yeah, I think I'm not the best placed person to talk about their challenges.
Okay.
But the little that I know is that most of the times I've had experiences where people need interpretation, like so many times. For example, if somebody gets arrested, I've had these cases where somebody is arrested, they're in police custody, yet maybe it's a mistake in somebody, it's just an issue of misunderstanding. When I get there a day later or some hours later, this person has been in cell, maybe spent a night, then I start explaining what they're saying, and then the police realize, oh my God, so he's actually innocent. That has gone. At times, people go to hospital, then they're given prescription. I've had people who go home, they take medicine for like 2-3 days, they get so worse. When we go next time with me as an interpreter, then the doctor realizes, oh, I just gave a wrong prescription. And this happens almost everywhere, in public offices, in private offices. And I feel, one thing I feel as an interpreter is it's very enjoyable, especially with the support that the deaf give us as an interpreter. I feel this work makes me feel so satisfied, just knowing that because of me, they're able to understand each and everything that you're saying. And because, and you also, you can be able to speak to them through me.
Okay.
So it's only that sometimes we also feel like if everybody would have basic sign language, so that when you're here with me, if you're saying something, you can always affirm, because I might not put it as you want
the way I would
to
have wanted to put
yes,
it.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
For me, it comes from my heart. For them, it comes from my heart directly to the other person.
Okay.
And I've noticed with the deaf, the moment you know their language, you become part of the community.
It is true.
There's actually a community called the deaf community, with the culture, with norms, with everything. That maybe the deaf are better place, and they, if you have a better opportunity in a different forum, we would expound more and more on these.
Before you teach us basic sign language, and I know we need to wind up, what are your expectations for this team, even as they prepare to go to Turkey?
For this team, I think I am very confident that Kenya has taken the best team to the Deaflympics.
Okay.
Having brought 17 medals, I'm seeing now there are 30 athletes, they are going to bring 30 medals.
Wow.
We have a medal. The golfer here, he didn't mention, but he has a couple of medals he has won. And I know the team.
That is Isaac Makoha.
Isaac Makoha. Yeah, so I know the team at personal level, and I know their abilities. And what I do is I wish them all the best, even as they go. And for me, it's just to pray for them and to ask all Kenyans to give them the support, the much we can do, and also to pray for them, because as they go there, they have trained, The government has given them everything, but without prayers and everything, we might not really get the medals we're really hoping to bring home.
Okay, okay. Well, that's all the time that we had today on the Power Breakfast Show. Unfortunately, I need to wind up this interview, but clearly so much that we can learn from the Deaflympics team. We wish them all the best as they head out to Turkey. From the 18th to the 30th, that is where they will be, and we'll cheer them on, hoping that we'll be able to receive them at the airport when they return with more medals than they got in the 2013 edition in Bulgaria. And even as we wind up, on behalf of the whole team that makes the Power Breakfast Show possible, we say thank you for everyone who's tuned in today for this broadcast. And maybe you can show us how to say bye-bye. Sign language, even as we...
Beryl to tell us.
Okay.
One of the deaf can tell us how to say bye-bye.
Okay, anyone, let's see here. Penina, maybe you can show us how to say bye-bye.
Okay. Goodbye.
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 Goodbye. Am I doing it correctly? Goodbye. Okay, so goodbye. That's all the time we had today. But of course, Citizen Extra is up next with Fred Indimoli, taking a look at everything that's happening on the political front. A 4-hour show, and of course, from 12 o'clock it will be the Kiswahili edition. You want to keep it Citizen TV, but that's all for now. Goodbye.